shortage of dumb people doing really stupid things. Welcome to another edition of Idiotology with Lynch and Taco. 1011 WJRR. Bunch of freaking idiots.
All right, this hour of the Lynch and Taco Show is brought to you Bob World Order.
T-shirts are out now and available for you, all sizes while they last, of course, at JRR Facebook page. Right on top, you'll see a link to click on to order your BWO shirt.
All right. Not a ton of these left was the last update I had last evening.
What did we say yesterday? Selling like hotcakes.
Hotcakes.
I never knew where, I mean, obviously that came from a diner, but where that phrase came from. You know, like what it meant. Oh, man, these hotcakes, they're selling like crazy stuff.
I can't remember the last time I bought hotcakes.
No.
Let's begin in East Cleveland, Ohio. An off-duty special deputy in Ohio shot a teenager after the porta potty the deputy was in was tipped over by he and some meddling teens.
Happened to me before.
The off-duty deputy was working a secondary job in East Cleveland when he needed to use the porta potty. While inside, it was tipped over. Once he got himself out of the, I'm sure, quite a mess, he encountered multiple people, one of whom he reported was pulling a gun from his waistband. That's when the deputy fired his weapon and the group fled the scene in a vehicle.
So I'm going to guess the kid really wasn't pulling a gun.
Little later, well, we don't know. That's what he claims.
Okay.
A little bit later, a 15-year-old boy with a gunshot wound showed up at a nearby hospital, and they believe that is the teen who was shot by the deputy who emerged from the muddy mess.
Mm-hmm.
Teen will survive. Deputy was not hurt.
And it's probably on a construction site, so there's no cams or anything.
Yeah.
You should always have a porta potty cam. Not inside like the sickos. I'm talking about on top.
We did have a story about some sicko who was doing that.
He was inside of it. He climbed inside the bowl or the tank and was filming people. What is wrong with you?
Some up close and personal stuff there, man.
But no, if you just put like surveillance out there, you'd save the money on the renting the cop for the shift each night. You're saving money there because they're just looking for thieves stealing AC units and whatever. It's not a bad idea. And then you'd film anybody pushing over a portal light, because I got pushed over one when I was a kid and it scarred me.
I wanted to ask you.
Maybe that's why I had duty problems now.
Could be. For those of us who weren't so lucky as you to have to experience that horror, and I say that extremely sarcastically, please relay kind of what it's like once you're inside and it's now tipped over on you.
I will not be graphic because we're an adult show here.
No, we're a family show.
That too. But I was a young man. Unfortunately, it was in the Florida summer heat.
Oh, God.
And it was on a construction site, and the teenagers, as we call them, they're the teenagers.
The big kids.
Yeah, because we were, in the 7 to 9 range.
Yeah.
Well, the teenagers pushed it over. Thank God they pushed it over on its side.
So that it wasn't door down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With everything dumping on my back because I'm stuck to the door. So I could at least just grab onto the side wall like this to brace myself, but still, it's sloshing. It's not a good situation. And the teen who did that,
Did you have like hepatitis treatment after that or anything?
Nah, you just, back in those days, you just get hosed off.
Right.
Nearest hose and go right back to wiffle ball.
Right.
Until my older brother found out about it and came and whipped that dude's ass in front of all the other teenagers.
Sicked your big brother on it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I didn't have to. Word got through the neighborhood.
Nice.
This was easier than cell phones back then. Word traveled like this. Did you hear what they did? They tipped Bobby over in the portalet. They're down at the wiffle ball field. Over comes my brother, and it was one of his friends that did it. Beat the tar out of him. He looked like he came out of a portalet because he beat so much tar out of him.
Speaking of teenagers, an Afghan teenager somehow managed to survive quite the journey to India, about a 90-minute flight, hiding inside the wheel cabinet of an aircraft. Normally, when we hear these stories, it does not end well for the stowaway because of
frostbite.
All sorts of things that can happen exactly at that altitude and temperature. The kid somehow was unscathed. He was discovered upon the flight arriving in India, and then he was trying to flee Afghanistan, which Taliban run. It's not exactly Club Med.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Well, India said, "Well, okay, well, you can't stay here," and they put him back on the plane, inside the plane, as it departed back to Afghanistan 2 hours later.
We'll pay for your ticket to sit in the plane, and you can have some, like a blanket to get rid of that frostbite that you got.
Imagine the dismay. You've made it. You've flying at whatever height in those conditions, and you've made it, and you're out of Afghanistan for 2 hours. Get back on there. You're going right back.
I'd pull the emergency door as soon as we were going. I'd pull, lift, kick, and dive out and just start running, because you're not sending me back to Afghan. What do you think they're going to do at that airport when they greet me? What do you think? Yeah. That wheel well in that altitude is heavenly compared to what they're going to do.
We've been screaming for this for years.
Yeah.
Said no one. Baywatch is coming back.
Are they going to have the real people?
No.
Oh, thank God.
That would be a horror show.
If I see Hasselhoff out there.
The new Baywatch will be a television show, much as it was back in the day. It has been ordered for the 2026-27 season. Fox is going to put this on, and kind of...
And then cancel it after one season.
Well,
yeah.
The reason I even brought this up, and I have more on this on the Facebook page if you would like, the showrunner, which is, the creative force behind a show, is a guy named Matt Nix, who Matt was the guy behind Burn Notice, which was an awesome show.
That's true.
So that gave me some hope. And I think he also is a showrunner for a CBS show called True Lies, if you watch that.
Okay.
And also, creators Michael Burke, Greg Bonin, and Doug Schwartz will return as creative minds. So,
see, they're forgetting, though, that there's already different shows out there for teens. So you're not going to attract them like you did us little sheep with Baywatch, which was the best thing ever back then. But they have all those different ones, Pat. You've seen them. Like
Well, they did the Baywatch movie, right, with The Rock.
I'm not talking about... Yeah, they did. I'm talking about the other beach town shows that they have, like where they're in Cape Hatteras.
Lifeguard CPR or something.
No. The teen to college kids that all live in, like, Cape Hatteras, South Carolina, Cape Hatteras, or they live in this beach town. And it's going to... Those shows will blow... the new Baywatch away. Sorry.
I don't think this is aimed at teens. This is going to be aimed at dirty old men like us. I'm going to sit there on a Friday night, nothing better to do than watch lifeguards,
those other ones
running super slow-mo down a beach with a life-saving apparatus.
The other ones weren't that bad. The ones with the college. How do you think I knew about them? And that it took place in Hatteras.
WJRR.